Thank you for joining us at the 2024 Business Insurance Diversity, Equity and Inclusion Leadership Conference. I'm Andy Toh, Research Director for Business Insurance, and I'm happy to bring you the highlights from our 8th Annual Diversity Survey of Insurance Professionals. We will publish 2 reports from this survey in a print magazine and also make them available on our website at businessinsurance.com. The first report, focusing on diversity in the workplace, will be in our October issue, and the second, which looks at the trends of the insurance profession, will be published in our December issue. Talking about website, in case you have not checked it out yet, we have just launched a redesigned Business Insurance Online and have also introduced a new offering called BI Intelligence. We have moved all our research and data content to this new portal, making it more convenient and easier to find our most up-to-date rankings and reports, including the results of this survey. You can now subscribe to BI Intelligence, to which we are still continuing to add more content and features as we go. I just want to take this opportunity to thank all our Platinum and Gold member sponsors to the Business Insurance DEI Institute. Your support makes all this work possible. We want to continue to be able to provide this platform that is dedicated to promoting and advancing diversity, equity, and inclusion to the commercial insurance industry, and a place to share our experiences and exchange ideas to keep us competitive and relevant in an increasingly diverse and global marketplace. So, thank you. Now, to the survey results. We conducted our survey between June 18 and July 18 this year, employing a variety of outreach channels such as emails, social media, and website postings. We received a total of 841 responses from all over the world, but we only look at the 579 responses from US-based insurance professionals for this report. This is the lowest number of responses we have received in the 8 years that we have been doing this survey, a huge drop from the all-time high of over 2,200 responses back in 2020, a politically charged time in US history on top of the pent-up rage and COVID lockdown and Black Lives Matter protests across the country. The temperature has dialed down since, and there may be a certain degree of DEI fatigue setting in also. Let's hope we don't become too complacent. Here are the profiles for this year's survey respondents. We have about 50% male, 47% female, and just under 3% of respondents who said they prefer not to answer. 69.4% are white, less than a quarter, about 22% are millennials and younger, and 90.7% said that they are straight. 56.5% of our insurance professionals said they work at companies with 1,000 or more employees, and 48.2% said their companies generated $1 billion or more in annual revenue. When it comes to companies setting recruitment and promotion targets, less than a quarter of our respondents, 23%, said their companies do set these targets. About a quarter, 24.7%, said their companies do not have targets, and almost half just don't know. Among those with recruitment and promotion targets, about a fifth, 20.7% of them, said that their companies use AI or artificial intelligence to create opportunities such as hiring and promotion for different demographic groups. 27.5% of respondents said that their companies share their diversity demographics. 23.3% share it internally only, 2.3% share it externally only, and more than half, 52.6%, share it both externally and internally. The top 3 recruitment methods by companies this year are employee referrals, university or graduate school programs, and the career section of the company's website, which replaced word of mouth for the 3rd most used method, with 41.7%, up from 36.6% last year. 86.3% of our insurance professionals have at least a bachelor's degree or higher, with 13.9% having attended or graduated from a risk management and insurance-specific program. The younger generation, 94.4%, are more likely than their older generation colleagues to have at least a bachelor's degree or higher, and are also more likely to have attended or graduated from a risk management and insurance program. 24% millennials, 19.7% Gen Xers, and 16.7% baby boomers said they have attended or graduated from a risk management and insurance program. However, in general, most insurance professionals stumble into this career or have been introduced into the industry by someone they know. 58.7% of our surveyed professionals said that they stumbled into their insurance career. 23.9% were introduced into the industry by relatives and friends, and 10% said that they discovered it from their school and its curriculum. Respondents were asked if they feel there is diversity and inclusion at their workplace. Almost three-quarters, 73.9%, compared with 70.5% last year and 62.4% in 2022, said there are both diversity and inclusion at their workplace. 11% said that there is diversity but no inclusion, and 10.1% said there is neither diversity nor inclusion at their workplace. Male, white, and older respondents were more likely to feel that there is both diversity and inclusion than their female, non-white, and younger co-workers. On the contrary, female, non-white, and younger respondents were more likely to feel that there is diversity but no inclusion compared with their male, white, and older colleagues. About 66% of respondents said that their organizations recognize diversity as a priority, with 57% saying that their companies have made changes to improve their DEI practices in the past year. Insurance professionals at larger companies are more likely to feel that diversity is considered a business priority in their organization, with 66.2% of respondents from companies with 10,000 or more employees saying that companies have made an effort to improve their diversity, equity, and inclusion practices in the past year. However, only 12.2% said that their companies have measurable metrics to measure their DEI efforts, and over half of our respondents, 55.9%, said that they don't know if their companies have any measurable indicators. Respondents from the largest companies were more likely to say that their employers have key performance indicators than those at smaller companies. The good news is that 43.9% of respondents, compared with 38.3% last year and 26% in 2022, said that they have already seen changes or improvements in their organization's diversity, equity, and inclusion efforts. So there is year-over-year improvement. The not so good news is that over 40% of our insurance professionals said that they have not taken a role in their company's DEI initiatives, compared with about 30% last year. Participation rates, not surprisingly, remain higher among women compared with men, and among non-white respondents compared with white respondents. Optimism, though, has waned from 2022, dropping from 52.6% to 46% and further down to 40.8% this year. And the drop among millennials especially is quite significant, from 55.7% last year to 42.5% this year. DEI fatigue, maybe? About 70% of respondents rated their company's diversity practices as very or somewhat effective. This was essentially unchanged from previous years. Male and female respondents, as well as white and non-white respondents, almost equally viewed their company's diversity programs as very or somewhat effective. Again, ultimately, it is the CEO who sets the tone for a company's diversity, equity, and inclusion efforts. Almost 60% of total respondents said that CEO should be accountable for a company's diversity, and 9.7% said it should be the Chief Human Resources Officer. 8% said nobody should be accountable for their company's diversity. The majority of respondents feel that having women and minorities in leadership positions can help with a company's diversity, equity, and inclusion practices. 55.6% of respondents said that having women in leadership position helps with the company's diversity efforts, and similarly 54.2% said that having minorities in leadership position will help. However, only 10.6% of the total respondents said they have a woman as their CEO, and just 7.5% said they have a minority person as CEO. In the survey, we listed what we thought should be the top priorities or ways that companies can help their employees to improve their own diversity, equity, and inclusion journey. More than half, 53% of respondents said retention and development of diverse talents should be the top priority for companies, followed by developing a robust pipeline of high-potential diverse talents at 38.8%. and demonstrate fairness in performance and compensation decisions at number 3 with 36.2%. In terms of what are the ways companies can help their employees to improve their own individual diversity and inclusion efforts, 45.9% say it would help for their company to provide them with networking opportunities such as engage with other professionals and build lasting relationships, while 45.5% said they want their companies to provide professional development opportunities such as mentorship, training, workshops, and so on. So with that, I want to conclude and say a special thank you to all our respondents for participating in this year's survey. And once again, you can get both survey reports in our print magazine and on our BI Intelligence. And remember, we want to continue to hear from you. Give us your feedback, share your ideas, and continue to tell us how you are feeling about the industry. Thank you.